Again.
So we have a one opening for a speech if anybody wants to give a speech today. If you want to decide after or during Elisa's speech, then feel free, and we can say as you can pull a bat and come up with the last little bit. Okay, so if we don't have anything else, actually I have two announcements. The first one is actually that for Watson, who's not here, that he actually completed his CC manual, so I'll send out an announcement for that for everybody. So if you do happen to see him in the hallway or in passing, definitely congratulate him on completing his 10th speech, and he'll be moving on to one of his AC manuals coming up here. And also like to recognize Chris. On Monday for our speech contest, Chris took first place for the humor speeches. So and so Chris will be performing. Will be presenting. Is it Wednesday?
Yes, Wednesday. I think.
Let's see, Wednesday, September 21st.
The Northern Division Fall Contest, Wednesday, September 21st, 2011.
I think we need to make a road trip, guys.
At Maple Grove. Do we actually have a select time for it, do you know? If not, I can scan this and send it to everybody.
Is it 5 o'clock?
Registration's at 5:15 and the contest starts at 6:15.
Okay.
So the way that it worked on Monday, everyone just kind of mingled and ate dinner beforehand, and then we actually got started about 10 minutes late for the contest. So, but I wouldn't recommend counting that. So it's in Maple Grove at the Maple Grove Government Center. But I'll send this out to everybody, so if anyone can make that on Wednesday, it'd be definitely great to show up and just be there for support. I don't think they need any volunteers or anything. So those are my two announcements. Does anyone else have anything? Yes, Maggie.
Just fees again. Sorry, guys. It's fee roundup time. So if you weren't here last week, there is a form this year because we figured out how to take credit cards for the fees. So that'll be helpful. The only portion we cannot take credit cards for is the $9 club dues. So we can run $36 on your credit card if you want. So if anybody need a form? Okay. And Michelle, let me pull it this out here. Yep. And then October 1 is the deadline again. So if you want to, send it back to me or email, attach it back to me, that's good enough.
So, does anyone else have any other announcements right now? If not, we will go ahead and get the meeting started. And I'd like to turn the meeting over to our Toastmaster, Gary.
Welcome everyone to our meeting today. We do have a pretty full meeting, and thank you for all who volunteered at the last minute, even in the last 5 minutes, so I do appreciate that. I think we have covered almost everything, maybe everything, for our meeting. Today our general evaluator is Chris Frank, and Chris, would you introduce your team, please?
Today I'm the general evaluator, and we have one speaker today, and so we have one evaluator. JP, would you like to say anything about what you're going to be looking for in her speech?
Okay, today is Alisa's first icebreak speak. She made effort to contact me, talking about her goal and some notes I need to know before her speech. So I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. And we also have an A counter. Who is the A counter? Michelle Klein is the A counter. Tell us about your role, if you could.
I am the A counter, and I will just be keeping note of minor inconsistencies and filler words and ahs and hiccups in the speaker and anybody else who speaks.
I think that is our evaluation team, so I turn it back to Gary.
Thank you, Chris. We do not have an invocation person for today. If anyone would like to volunteer, though, they could go ahead. Maggie? I'm kidding. You don't have to.
No, I know you're wing it like I
Okay.
did last week. I think this is probably what we may have heard before, actually within vocation, if I could ask you this.
Yes.
And for today's invocation, I think we have heard previously that there are two types of speeches that we all give. It's the one that we actually gave and the one that we wished we had given. So in keeping that in mind, there's time limitations, there's grammarian limitations, and then there's just the comfort of being up here. And I think that with this Toastmasters Club, we're learning to adhere to those parameters, as well as developing comfort in just standing up and speaking. So today, I wish everyone the ability to be able to give the speech that they had wished to give.
Thank you for being so spontaneous. For the word of the day, Lori White is going to give us a new word that we can use.
Thank you, Gary.
Lori.
The word is noisome. Has anybody heard this before? It kind of sounds like annoysome or annoying, which is similar, offensive to the point of disgust, harmful or dangerous. And used in a sentence, our Toastmaster pledge promises to cure noisomeness, so I added a ness on the end, I'm not sure if that's proper, with tact as we learn effective ways to communicate.
All right. Well, our first and only speaker for the day is Elisa Szymanski, and she is giving her icebreaker speech today. So we will welcome her for that. The speech is approximately 4 to 6 minutes, and the title is Volunteering, My Passion. A little bit of information about Elisa. She's a clinical quality specialist in MCRI and has been with Medtronic for 19 and a half years. Yeah, that deserves a clap. She's married, has 3 kids, a 13-year-old daughter, and 2 twin boys, age 11. She has a volunteering spirit, and that's what she will be talking about today. Elisa.
I'm going to start out with a quote. We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. And that's a quote by Winston Churchill. So to let you know who I am, it is best to tell you what I find most satisfying in my life, and that is volunteering. I love to volunteer for a good cause, and I have 3 areas of volunteering: Canine Companions for Independence, 4-H, and the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, to share with you today. So first off, I love animals, especially dogs, and this has led me to volunteering with Canine Companions for Independence. My love of animals started at a young age when I would bring home stray cats or encourage my parents to get that puppy at the pet store, which actually worked once, and cry when Charlotte, the spider in the story Charlotte's Web, died. I wanted to be a veterinarian and was very proud of myself when I managed to spell that word when I was very young. I ended up going to school to become a veterinary technician. I did my internship at Medtronic at the Physiological Research Laboratories. And animal research was new to me because I thought I would end up working in a vet's office. However, the pay was a little bit better in research. So I knew the results of the animal studies would benefit the development of clinical products for people. However, it was still hard for me personally. So I decided to look for an opportunity where I could see a difference my work would bring. So I discovered Canine Companions for Independence. It's a nonprofit organization that places dogs with people who have disabilities other than blindness. And this was perfect. So over the course of 10 years, my husband and I raised 6 yellow Labrador retrievers. 3 of them graduated and went on to be placed with individuals in need. And in each case, we were able to meet that person. And then 1 went into the breeding program, and then 2 didn't pass because of criteria. It's pretty strong to be a working companion. And my kids have been a part of this volunteer experience also, and are asking when can we do it again. And there will probably be a puppy in the house again in the future, because it can't go too long without a good puppy fix. The second area that defines me is my children and family. My children participate in 4-H, which is an organization that helps develop youth, and I volunteer because I love children, and 4-H is a very family-focused organization. So as a parent, I help the kids decide what projects they would like to participate in. For the past 2 years, the kids have done a chicken project with real chickens, and a rabbit project with real rabbits. And I help them look into what breeds to get, and then after we get the animals, the kids are responsible for taking care of them and getting them ready for the county fair. And then once county fair time rolls around, there's much time spent helping the kids prepare and get their animals to the fair for judging and educating the public. There are also monthly club meetings where we go to, and the kids though, they run the show. They call the meeting to order, and there are officer positions that are held by the kids. The parents are not allowed to just drop off their kids. They have to be present so the kids know that there is support. And so it becomes a great leadership experience for the kids. And then I also volunteer on the general committee within 4-H. It's a 4-H 5K fun run walk committee, where the funds raised from that event go to the Anoka County 4-H to further their mission to help kids learn, grow, and encourage them to be healthy. So all 3 of my kids ran the 5K this year and had a real fun time. And so this volunteer opportunity has made our family grow a lot closer, and we all partake in volunteering for this organization. The third organization that I'm actively participating in is the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society and the Team in Training group within that organization. What I'm doing there is I'm raising funds to find a cure for blood cancer while training for the Twin Cities Marathon. The Team in Training charity sports training program combines both my desire to be healthy and to help others. So I ran the 10-mile in the Twin Cities Marathon event last year, and it was one of the best experiences I ever had personally. I had thought of doing a marathon someday, but didn't really believe that I could do it. It was one of the items on my bucket list, but I didn't really have a goal of when I would do it. So the fun thing about life is that you meet new people who may bring new opportunities or experiences into your life. So my coworker had done 3 marathons and was going to be doing her 4th with TNT, which is the Team in Training program. She had told me it was a great organization to train with for an endurance event, and it supports a great cause. However, it involved fundraising, which is not my most enjoyable part of volunteering. I really just like giving time to others. So the story goes that in the United Way e-auction of 2010, there was an entry into the Twin City Marathon for 2011. And my coworker pointed it out and said that I should bid on it. And it was less than half of the cost of the entry fee. And so I'm like, what a good deal, right? So I fell for it, and lo and behold, won an entry into the Twin Cities Marathon. Now what to do? Well, I didn't think much about it until the new year, and then knew if I was going to accomplish this event, I would need a training program and a group to train with, because my husband was not going to help in this marathon event. That is where TNT comes into play. I went to an info session and was pretty much convinced that this was the next big volunteer opportunity that I needed in my life. The team you train with runs in honor of blood cancer patients, and there are even blood cancer survivors on your team training for the same event you are. I think that's just amazing. It was going to be a major kind of undertaking, this fundraising, but when I reached out to family and friends, the support I received was enormous for both the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society and for my training. So I have accomplished one of my longest runs yet, a 20-miler, so I know that I'm on my way. And TNT is one of the best volunteer experiences that have had to date, because it helps me be a healthier person and help others. So in closing, volunteering is what best defines me and what I enjoy doing the most. I have often